Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to explore a profoundly transformative aspect of our lives, understanding the signs that indicate when God is lovingly crafting a path for us, especially in relation to individuals who exhibit narcissistic traits. Narcissism is a complex psychological condition that often manifests in behaviors characterized by self-centeredness, a lack of empathy, and an overwhelming need for admiration. Understanding this disorder is crucial, especially when we find ourselves in relationships with individuals who exhibit narcissistic traits. These individuals can be charming and captivating at first, drawing us in with their charisma and seemingly magnetic personalities. However, as we become more intimately involved, the dark side of their nature can surface, leading to emotional turmoil and distress. Narcissists primarily thrive on attention and validation, often making others the center of their world only as long as it serves their needs. You may notice a pattern in your interactions where your opinions, feelings, and needs become secondary to their overarching desire for admiration. This imbalance can lead to a cycle of emotional exhaustion, as these individuals often manipulate those around them to maintain their self-esteem, frequently at the expense of others. They may criticize, belittle, or gaslight, leaving their partners or friends feeling confused and devalued. One of the hallmark traits of a narcissist is their inability to empathize with others. They struggle to comprehend or care about the emotions of those around them, which can create an atmosphere rife with conflict and confusion. This lack of empathy may leave you feeling isolated, questioning your worth and sanity. It's not uncommon to experience feelings of inadequacy after frequent interactions with a narcissist, because their criticism often goes beyond mere comments. It often attacks your very identity. As you navigate this challenging landscape, it becomes increasingly essential to recognize the signs of a toxic relationship. These signs can manifest as persistent feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, and emotional depletion. You may find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly trying to please the narcissist to avoid conflict. This constant striving for approval can be exhausting, leading to a depletion of your mental and emotional resources. When you find yourself in such a relationship, it is imperative to affirm that this state is not normal, nor is it what you deserve. The turning point often comes when the weight of the relationship becomes unbearable. You may reach a breaking point where you recognize that the relationship is compromising your mental health and overall well-being. At this juncture, it's essential to realize that God sees your struggles and desires to lead you toward healing and peace. Emerging from the shadows of a narcissist's influence can feel daunting, yet it signals the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where you reclaim your autonomy and self-worth. Understanding the characteristics of narcissism also opens the door for healing. By acknowledging the patterns of manipulation and emotional upheaval, you can begin to disentangle yourself from the grips of emotional toxicity. This recognition can be seen as an act of divine grace, a reminder that you're worthy of love, respect, and genuine connection. You may seek to lean into the teachings of your faith during this transformative process. Engaging in prayer, meditation, or spiritual discussions can help affirm your value and reinforce the belief that you deserve healthy relationships. Moreover, the influence of a narcissist can create deep-rooted fears regarding future relationships. Many fear repeated patterns, leading to a reluctance to open up to new individuals. However, as you begin to understand the dynamics of narcissistic behavior, you empower yourself to set healthier boundaries in future relationships. You'll learn to identify red flags early on and develop a clearer understanding of what constitutes a balanced and loving interaction. The path toward healing may reveal itself in unexpected ways. Once you break free from the bonds of toxic relationships, you may experience feelings of liberation and joy, even amidst the initial grief of letting go. This is your opportunity to reconnect with your passions, rediscover what brings you joy, and nurture connections with those who appreciate and honor your true self. As you embark on this journey of healing and self-discovery, have faith that God does not remove individuals from our lives without purpose. Each encounter serves a lesson that leads us toward growth, Imagine God's gentle hand steering you away from toxic influences and surrounding you with love and support. This divine intervention may come in various forms, including renewed friendships, enriching experiences, and a profound sense of peace that reinvigorates your spirit. As you gather your strength, remember that healing is a process, not a destination. Each step you take leads you closer to emotional wholeness and a deeper understanding of your self-worth. Lean into your faith, trusting that in the removal of a narcissist, you are being prepared for something greater, an opportunity to cultivate a life filled with genuine love, mutual respect, and the profound joy that comes from relationships anchored in empathy. Embrace this transformational journey as a testament to the abundant grace and love that God has for you. Spiritual assurance and growth are pivotal components of our lives, especially during times of emotional turmoil. When we find ourselves entangled in relationships with narcissists, our faith can serve as a beacon of hope and strength. It's a reminder that we're not alone in our struggles and that God is always working for our benefit, even when it may not seem that way. Recognizing the signs of divine intervention in our lives can be a transformative experience, leading us to deeper understanding and connection with the divine. One of the first signs of God's intervention in our lives may be a sense of emotional freedom. As the toxic influence of a narcissist begins to fade, we may find ourselves feeling more at peace, more grounded, and more in control of our emotions. This newfound sense of freedom can be a powerful indicator that we're on the right path, that we're moving away from the negativity and toxicity that once consumed us. It's a reminder that we're worthy of love, care, and respect, not just from others, but from ourselves as well. Another sign of God's intervention may be the emergence of healthier relationships in our lives. As we break free from the toxic bond of a narcissist, we may find ourselves surrounded by people who genuinely care for us, who support us, and who want the best for us. These relationships can be a source of joy, comfort, and strength, reminding us that we're not alone in this world and that we have people who will stand by us through thick and thin. Spiritual growth and development are also key signs of God's intervention in our lives. As we navigate the challenges of a narcissistic relationship, we may find ourselves drawn to spiritual practices such as prayer, meditation, or reading spiritual texts. These practices can help us cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace, a greater sense of self-awareness, and a stronger connection with the divine. They can remind us that we're not just individuals, but part of a larger community, connected to something greater than ourselves. The removal of a narcissist from our lives can also be a catalyst for personal growth and transformation. As we begin to heal and move forward, we may find ourselves confronting aspects of ourselves that we never knew existed. We may discover hidden strengths, talents, and passions that we never knew we had. We may find ourselves becoming more confident, more self-assured, and more compassionate towards ourselves and others. God's intervention in our lives can take many forms, but one thing is certain: it's always for our good. Whether it's the removal of a toxic relationship, the emergence of healthier connections, or the growth of our spiritual selves, God is always working to bring us closer to His heart. He wants us to know that we're loved, that we're valued, and that we're worthy of all the good things He has in store for us. In the midst of emotional turmoil, it's easy to lose sight of this truth. We may feel lost, alone, and uncertain about our future. But God sees us, He knows us, and He loves us more than we can ever imagine. He wants us to know that He's always with us, guiding us, directing us, and loving us every step of the way. As we navigate the challenges of life, let's remember that God's intervention is always near. Let's look for the signs of His presence in our lives, the sense of emotional freedom, the emergence of healthier relationships, and the growth of our spiritual selves. Let's trust in His goodness and His love for us, knowing that He's always working for our benefit, even when it may not seem that way. In conclusion, navigating relationships with narcissistic individuals can be incredibly challenging and emotionally taxing. Throughout this journey, it is essential to recognize the signs of toxic behavior and prioritize our own mental and emotional well-being. Understanding that our experiences are not merely obstacles, but also opportunities for personal and spiritual growth can transform the way we view these difficult situations. Leaning into our faith and finding comfort in the assurance that God is present in our lives can provide the strength we need to move forward. It's essential to remember that we are worthy of love, respect, and kindness, not just from others, but also from ourselves. As we work to break free from the negativity and reclaim our sense of self, we might discover deeper connections with those who uplift and support us. Embracing these relationships will reinforce our sense of belonging and mitigate the impact of past toxic connections. Ultimately, acknowledging the signs of divine intervention in our lives can lead to profound healing and restoration, whether through newfound confidence, spiritual growth, or the emergence of healthier relationships. These changes signify that God is guiding us toward a brighter future. Let us carry this awareness with us as we walk our paths, trusting in the love and guidance that is ever. By embracing our journeys of healing and self-discovery, we open the door to a life rich with joy, fulfillment, and genuine human connection. Thank you.